everybody. So in last lecture we have seen different ways by which we can plot the visuals with the bokeh library as such, how we can make utilization of the different glyphs over there, and also we have seen that how different data sources, data structures that we can use while plotting those particular kind of visualization. Now we'll spend little bit amount of time in understanding what are the different properties that we can control when we are dealing with these bokeh visualizations as such. Okay, so as done earlier, I need to have access to the figure, and this time I am going to render everything within my notebook environment over there. So I am saving that output notebook that is required, and show is required in order to render that particular visualization, and I am going to make use of some pre-built data sources over there. So all those things are imported into this particular environment. And now I am setting that outcome, whatever is going to be get generated by the code, right, the Python code that I am going to write should be rendered into this particular notebook environment only. Okay, so let's go ahead. So there are certain set of properties like plot properties, grid properties, or a few other access properties are there. The glyph properties are there. We will go ahead and have a look at them one by one with the help of few examples here. Okay, so now every time we are going to make utilization of this column data source, and this df is now referring to the iris data set. Okay, so we have imported that iris data set and we are terming it as a df. Okay, it's a pandas data frame object that we have got access to. We are passing that as an input to the column data source. Okay, and now this is the source that we will be utilizing everywhere when we are plotting our visualization. The mechanism still remains the same. You get access to the figure. Okay, you are specifying the width and height for that particular graph over there, and for this plot area what you are getting over there, right, you will be able to set certain attributes, you will be able to set certain properties over there. So now what different properties we are specifying? First let's have a look at the visualization and then try to understand that what different properties we have set over there. Okay, so now we have set the width and height. Okay, and then we used outline line width. Okay, so whatever that border has come up over there, so that width we have set is we have set the transparency of that particular line is controlled by this outline line alpha. The outline line color is controlled by this outline line color property over there, and then we have used a simple glyph over there, the line glyph, and we passed in the source, and we set what we want to render on the x-axis, we set what we want to render on the y-axis. Okay, so there are many more such properties, those are available over there. You can go ahead and explore them on your own. So that help should come over there. Right now it's not working, that's fine, but you can go ahead and you can explore all those properties on your own over. Okay, that's about the plot area that we got access to in order to render that particular visualization. With respect to the different glyphs that we have over there, right, what are circle, diamonds here, so there are certain properties, those we can control, those we can customize on our way. Okay, so using the same data source, let's go ahead and see what different things we can control for the glyphs over there. Okay, so we are seeing that we have got access to the figure object, and now we are using the circle glyph over there. In earlier cases we never captured the reference to this particular glyph over there. Okay, but now in order to set this particular properties, I can go ahead and have a reference to the glyph for the visualization that I am plotting over there. Okay, so now I am getting access to that particular the object and different properties I am setting over there. So what I am setting the size, so whatever those circle, as I have used the circle as the data marker over there, right, so what should be the size of that particular circle? So that is a 10 unit I have set. The fill alpha, the transparency, how we can control the line color, the line width, all those kinds of the things that you can go ahead and you can control using the glyph properties over there. Okay, what are the other thing that I can control, I can customize is the axis properties. Okay, so let's first render that particular visualization and try to see that what different things have been controlled by the code that we have written over there. Okay, so same data source, and petal length and width are plotted with the diamond glyph over there. Okay, now what I can say for this particular axis, right, I can set the axis label. Same thing I can do with the y-axis, I can set the axis label for y-axis, and the tilt or the orientation of the x-axis labels or the y-axis labels, I can go ahead and I can showcase them. So here I have used that constant pi by 4 I have used, and whatever that figure comes in, I have tried to tilt those x-axis labels into that particular direction over there. For the y-axis, the orientation has been set as the vertical, so it has been twisted into the 90-degree angle over there, and they have been shown appropriately. So these are the certain properties that you can control for the axis. Those are present for your visualizations. Okay, so the last set of properties that we can control is with respect to the grid. Okay, so what is the transparency that you want to have with respect to that grid? Okay, so this gives an understanding about the different properties that we can control with respect to the visual elements that appear as a part of our bokeh visual over there. Now if this covers our discussion about the visualizations that we can plot with the bokeh chart interface, and now here onwards we will be spending few lectures in order to understand that how server side applications can be written for the using the bokeh library over there. Thank you.